within the administrative and educational support units, all kinds of different units are busy supporting the work of the college, from the finance office to my own office, the Office of Grants Development. We are always all engaged in the collection of information to inform us about how well we're doing at what we're trying to accomplish, how well we're doing at our jobs. The assessment process is designed to organize that at a college-wide level so that the college itself is aware of all of the activities going on in each of the different departments. My office just completed a unit review, which was based upon the annual assessments that had been done in all of the previous years. And those assessments included quite a bit of data that we collect as a part of an annual reporting process. So we keep track of all of the grants that we request, all of the grants that we receive, all of the different places that we receive them from, and so on. We add it all up and we do a big report every year, and that has been the style of an annual assessment that we have always done. When it came time to do a unit review, a very serious look at how the unit has done over the last 5 years, that formed the basis of the information that we had. In addition to that, we also knew that we had been collecting information about what kinds of programs at the college are impacted by grant funds, and also what kinds of special student populations at the college receive the benefits of grant-funded programs. And so we compiled that information, and some of that information was spotty, and so we did some additional surveys in order to fill in the gaps in that information, because programs had changed over time, and because we hadn't yet really institutionalized that as a regular part of our annual assessment until it was time to do the review. So once it was time to do the review, it really started with meetings of everybody who was involved in the unit in order to talk about what we did well, to look at the data that we had so far. That was followed by a formal SWOT analysis led by staff from the Office of Institutional Effectiveness, who showed us how to do a SWOT analysis. SWOT stands for Strengths, Weaknesses, Opportunities, and Threats. And it's just a formal way of walking through each of those 4 areas and discussing what it's going to be like for our office for the next 5 years. And to that SWOT analysis, we invited important stakeholders, especially the Office of Continuing Education, who do a lot of grants, so that they could contribute to our assessment process, our review process. An important part of the office's review was that we invited 2 external evaluators to come and visit us and review our procedures and our office, and then write reports for us about what they thought we did well and what they thought we needed to do. So all of these sources of data, the pre-existing assessments over the past 5 years, the new data that we collected in order to fill in some of that, the results of our SWOT analysis, and the reports of the external evaluators were put together into the document, into the review, and also informed the discussion and the conclusions of that document. At the conclusion of the document, we formed an action plan for the next 5 years about how the department will use this information in order to improve our procedures and the way that we do business. When our unit completed its unit review, we submitted it to the Assessment Advisory Council. There's a specific subcommittee for the unit reviews of administrative and educational support units, and that subcommittee will assess our review based on a rubric that they've developed. And they're essentially looking for completeness. Did we do everything that needs to be done in order to be a complete and thorough review? And then quality. They're asking questions about, did we analyze good data? Did we collect good data? Did we have good questions? Did we have measurable outcomes? Things that are good quality review. They then give feedback regarding the completeness and quality of our review to the Office of Planning and Institutional Effectiveness, which is then tasked with sending that feedback back to the individual units so that we can learn from our experience and do a better review in coming years. An important benefit of having these reviews available to the college community is that units that are preparing to do their reviews can look at this information, see what other units have done, and use that as a guide to their own review.